On Tuesday, November the 4th, I spent the day knocking on doors in the Castro to make sure all the registered voters got out to the polls. Before our precinct had even closed, I heard the neighborhood erupt with cheering that Barack Obama had been declared the president-elect. People rushed outside for a party in the streets.
Hey, what's your name?
My name is Poetic Central.
And what are you doing out here in the Castro?
Celebrating with my friend girl, celebrating Obama win. It's been a long struggle in this world.
Yes, we
today.
can. Yes, we can.
We did it.
Yes, we did.
We did it. There's no more we can. We did it.
That's right.
Absolutely.
What are you doing out here in the Castro tonight?
Being fierce.
Being
It's
fierce.
all about Obama. All about Obama, baby.
Wow, where were you when you found out about Obama tonight?
Girl, I was with my best friend, the kid. We was like having fun at the cafe, working it out. And we was happy as hell, happy as hell. 8 years ago, I was crying. Not today. Not today, baby. It has changed. It is Obama. He's gonna work it out.
Where were you when you found out about Obama tonight?
I was walking into the Westin, and then the place erupted, and then I walked into the room, and on a large screen I saw that Obama had been elected.
Awesome, what did you do?
Started screaming like everyone else.
Awesome. Where were you when you found out about Obama?
I was at home in the comfort of my own bedroom, calling my mama on the East Coast, and it was just absolutely beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful.
And what did you do when you found out?
The spirit, it just went all through me. You know how you just, the chills just like, oh, and it was just, I was just shocked, completely stunned, you know what I mean?
But during the celebration, we also began hearing reports that Prop 8, the constitutional amendment to ban same-sex marriage, was winning. We stayed together and waited for updates as precincts across the state reported their numbers.
So tell me where we're at with No on 8 right now.
We are 33% polling, or pulled in, and it's 52 yes, 48 no.
Cool, what do you think's gonna happen?
It's gonna be close, it's gonna tighten up, and then hopefully it will not pass.
What are you doing out here in the Castro right now?
I came here to give hugs to No on Proposition 8 supporters. I feel absolutely devastated. I am so happy Obama got elected, but I feel devastated that this didn't get elected.
What do you think's gonna happen?
I don't know. I'm saying, I don't know. You know, it's scary. I'm actually really scared. I thought about it a couple days ago. My friend just got married, Nico and Jorge, on Friday, and they've been together for 13 years. I'm 23. That's more than half my lifetime. And whose right is it to tell them that they can't be married? That's no one, you know?
Do you think there's any chance we're gonna pull through and win on this?
I know. I think the irony is this. I never really, as a straight white woman, really cared about marriage. The irony is I actually am married because I was forced to because my husband's English, and we had to because of immigration laws. So for a straight white woman, I'm forced to be married so my husband can stay here, but for a gay couple, it's not acceptable. It's discrimination. It's bullshit. I'm sorry if cussing is not in your blog, but that's the only way I can describe it. It's absolute bullshit.
And I want people to understand,
My best friend was.
it's not about being gay, it's about civil rights, your
Amen.
rights. And that's the bottom line.
I ran into my friends Jesse and Billy. They were talking about the lack of substantial and respectful relationship building with communities of color by the No on 8 campaign. They also talked about the official campaign's lockdown on media and messaging that kept queer people and voices out of the spotlight while straight people debated our rights.
What is this with the movement that dare not speak its name? You know, like Equality California, Human Rights Campaign. I mean, these people are working hard. You know, they're working hard. But I just think they're a little misguided, and they could be a little bit more out loud and proud.
By Wednesday morning, it was clear that Prop 8 had pulled enough votes to pass at 52 to 48%, taking away people's rights and writing discrimination into the Constitution. A couple hundred folks gathered at City Hall in the evening for a candlelight vigil. Here I met Casey, and we chatted for a while about the election.
Can you tell me just about all the things you've been feeling today?
exhaustion, a lot of exhaustion, a lot of pride. I live up in Marin County, and I work with a lot of gay straight alliances up there, and I have been profoundly proud of the youth that I have seen come out straight and gay alike and hold up signs in Novato, California, where things are very conservative, and they've stood on the corners and dealt with people yelling fucking pervert, fucking queer, and fucking faggot, and they've just stood there in all of their pride and shouted no on AIDS. And I feel a deep amount of pride for these youth that are going to be our future, and a profound sense of devastation that they don't get to see this happen today.
We heard from outgoing California Senator Carol Migden.
We are not sending up a white flag. We're gonna fight.
And incoming Senator Mark Leno.
And at a time when we should all be leaping for joy upon the election of Barack Obama. We have to simultaneously feel this pain and disappointment.
Many of us left that night feeling a little disappointed. Instead of hearing from the leaders of Sacramento and our largely out-of-touch nonprofit organizations, at a rally attended by only a couple hundred people, we wanted to take the streets in protest and celebration for our lives and our rights. Protests had already begun in LA, and on Friday night we got our chance in San Francisco. Thousands marched from City Hall to Dolores Park for a rally. I joined with 11 others in a peaceful blockade of Market Street at 7th as an act of civil disobedience.
What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now!
We were prepared to be arrested for our action, but something much better happened. After rallying for a couple of hours at Dolores Park, thousands marched back to our blockade and sat down in the street behind us. By this point, it was clear that the police did not intend to make any arrests, so we led the march to City Hall. San Francisco's City Hall is pretty cool, but everyone knows the best party is in the streets of the Castro. So we took back to Market Street and marched all the way to the neighborhood. When we got there, we sat down in the intersection of 18th and Castro and had the most spontaneous and sincere rally I've ever been a part of. The Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence performed a wedding between two women, and led by a fabulous drag queen named Pollo Del Mar, we sang and spoke from our hearts about Prop 8, civil rights, and what we need to do to build a world free of discrimination.
We ain't gonna take it!
We're not gonna take it anymore!
Hey, what's your name?
Pollo Del Mar.
And what are you doing out here in the Castro tonight?
Well, I came out to have my voice heard as a gay man in our community about the injustice of Prop 8, and by sheer accident, I became a gay activist tonight after 35 years.
Cool.
It seems that when you're at the front of the line and you're absolutely flawlessly dressed, they expect you to say something.
And here's my friend Flick, who participated in civil disobedience for the first time ever that night.
Tell me about being out in the streets. What does it feel like?
Amazing. This is the way that democracy should be, and this is the voice of the people, and it must be listened to.
Tell me what you make of this party in the streets.
You know, it's something that I'd always heard of. You know, they used to do this kind of stuff all the time in the 60s and early 70s, and it's something that, it's a time that I thought had passed, and I'm so glad to find that the people still have it in their spirits and their hearts to stand up for what's right and do it through whatever means necessary. And if that's civil disobedience in the streets of the Castro, then so be it.
The story continues. On Saturday, November 15th, while people rallied for LGBT rights all across the country, 15 of us were arrested for a peaceful blockade of the 101 South off-ramp at Market and Octavia. We're awaiting our arraignment in early January. In the meantime, we're also planning something even crazier. In late March, we're going to march from San Francisco to Sacramento. When we get there, we're planning a day of lobbying, direct action, puppets, and popular education in the streets of the state capitol, focusing on the intersection of race and class struggles with LGBT issues. So please come and help us build the movement we've been waiting for, and we'll see you in the streets.